Every bent handrail, every roll cage, every exhaust pipe you've ever seen started with the same three questions. What's the radius? What's the springback? And how do I make bend number 100 look exactly like bend number 1?
And I'm guessing most people learn the answers the hard way. One scrap stick of tube at a time.
Tube is expensive tuition, so today class is free. This is Bending Better with Ercolina, Rotary Draw Bending 101.
Start with the name. What actually is rotary draw bending?
Picture the tube clamped to a round die. The bend die. The die rotates, and the tube gets drawn around it while a pressure die backs it up from the outside. That's it. The tube takes the exact shape of the die, degree by degree.
As opposed to what? What are the other ways people bend tube?
The cheap way is a swing arm or a bottle jack bender. It just shoves the tube around a form in hopes. You get kinks, flat spots, and a radius that's more of a suggestion. Rotary draw is the method that produces tight, accurate, repeatable bends with minimal distortion. It's the standard for handrail, roll cage, exhaust, and structural work.
Okay, vocabulary time. Everyone in this world says CLR. What is it?
Centerline radius. Measure from the center of the bend arc to the center line of the tube. Not the inside edge, not the outside edge. The center line. When you order a die, you order it by tube size and CLR. A 2-inch die with a 6-inch CLR makes one specific bend every time.
So the die decides the radius. Not the operator, not the machine settings.
Right. The machine controls the angle, how far around you go. The die controls the radius. People shopping for benders sometimes think they can dial in any radius they want. Nope. You want a new radius? You buy a new die. Which is why you plan your radii before you buy tooling.
Now the sneaky one, Springback, explain.
Steel is elastic. Bend a tube to 90 degrees and let go. It relaxes back a few degrees. Maybe 2, maybe 5, depending on the material, the wall, and the radius. So to end up at 90, you might have to bend to 93.
And every material springs back differently?
Every material, every hardness, sometimes every batch. Stainless springs more than mild steel. Aluminum has its own personality. This is exactly why programmable benders earn their money. On an Ercolina, say a super bender SB48 or a top bender TB60, you find the right overbend once, store it in the program, and it's solved forever. The 100th handrail matches the first.
So the program remembers what the operator would otherwise have to.
And that's the honest difference between a shop that bends and a shop that guesses. Store the bend angles, store the springback compensation, store the whole part program. New guy on the machine Monday morning? He pulls up the program and makes the same part the 20-year veteran made.
Let's talk about what can go wrong. Someone bends a tube and it wrinkles on the inside of the bend, or flattens into an oval. What happened?
Physics happened. On the outside of a bend, the material stretches and the wall thins. On the inside, it compresses. And if it can't compress smoothly, it buckles into wrinkles. Whether that happens depends on two ratios: how thin the wall is compared to the diameter, and how tight the radius is compared to the diameter.
So thick wall, gentle radius, easy. Thin wall, tight radius, trouble.
That's the whole map. Most fabrication, handrail, rail fittings, structural, lives comfortably in the easy zone, and a non-mandrel rotary draw bender handles it beautifully. When you drift into the trouble zone, that's mandrel territory. And that's a whole episode of its own. That's episode 3.
All right, machine selection. Ercolina's line runs from little to enormous. Give me the tour.
Quick tour, small to large. The Jolly Junior is the compact entry point. 7/8-inch tube. The Medi benders handle 1.25 inch. The Super Bender SB48 family is the classic handrail machine. 2-inch tube, 1.5 inch schedule 40 pipe. Stores multiple angles and programs. The HB60 Hotshot is the value workhorse in that same range. Then the top benders. TB60 at 2.5 inch, TB80 at 3, TB100 at 4, TB130 at 5, and the TB180 at 6-inch schedule 40 pipe. And the 030 Megabender is the clever one, 3-inch capacity, and it converts to a mandrel bender with an accessory.
One machine that grows into mandrel work later. That's a smart hedge.
It's the machine for the shop that says we don't bend thin wall yet.
How should a buyer actually pick capacity?
Buy for the biggest material you'll bend in the next 5 years, not just what's on the rack today. And check the pipe rating specifically. Remember episode 1. Ercolina capacities are honest schedule 40 pipe ratings, not best case thin tube numbers. If the spec sheet says 1.5" schedule 40, it bends 1.5" schedule 40 all day.
Recap: CLR is measured to the tube center line, and the die owns the radius.
Springback is real. It varies by material, and stored programs beat tribal knowledge.
Wrinkles and flattening come from thin walls and tight radii. Know which zone your parts live in.
And buy the honest capacity you'll need in 5 years, with programs your whole crew can run.
If you want help matching a bender to your parts, call CML USA in Davenport, Iowa at 563-391-7700. They'll size the machine and the dies in one phone call.
That's Rotary Draw Bending 101. Next time, mandrel bending for when the easy zone runs out.
Machines in stock in Davenport, Iowa. Call 563-391-7700 or visit Ercolina-USA.com.
Bend better, everybody.